For the first time in over 50 years, human beings traveled farther from Earth than the moon. And this week, they came home. That alone tells you where this week sits in the longer arc of space flights. On April 1st, NASA launched Artemis II with 4 astronauts aboard Orion on a free return trajectory around the moon. No landing, no surface operations. The mission is doing something more deliberate. It is stress testing every system a lunar landing depends on. On April 6, Orion passed behind the moon and re-emerged exactly as planned. One detail stands out. A planned trajectory correction burn was cancelled, not because of a change, but because it was not needed. That tells us the navigation system performed with extremely high precision. And that matters because the mission is not about landing, it is about proving that humans can operate reliably in deep space again. The crew also traveled over 46,000 kilometers from Earth, farther than any humans since Apollo. Because landing is not just reaching the moon, it requires a completely separate system that can descend, operate on the surface, and bring astronauts back safely. Right now, that part of architecture is still missing. On April 10th, Orion re-entered Earth's atmosphere at hypersonic speeds and splashed down on schedule. But despite that success, the system needed for landing still is not ready. Starship, specifically the upcoming version 3 vehicle, has slipped to mid-May and is still in development. This version is critical because it is expected to support orbital refueling and lunar landing operations. Without that working reliably, Artemis missions can reach moon but they cannot complete the final step. This creates a gap between capability and execution. NASA now has a system to reach deep space again, but not yet a system to complete the mission. At the same time, different programs are moving at very different speed. China is targeting high launch cadence, aiming for around 140 launches in 2026, with a crewed lunar landing by 2030. China's approach is focused on building independent capability with steady execution and long-term planning. India, on the other hand, is dealing with delays across multiple planned missions. The long-term ambition remains, but the pace has slowed. So, the question is no longer just who can reach the moon, but who can build a system that works consistently. Right now, no one has that fully solved yet. Artemis II proves that we can return to deep space. But the next step is not going around the moon, it is landing on it. And that is where the real challenge begins. That is all for Payload Intelligence this week. Signing off.